From the reports, we also know that the chairman, Committee on Matters Agriculture, is the MCA for Kilili Kalamba Ward. It is also evident from the report that that is the ward that's applied the highest number of kgs. So we cannot send the hyena to be the judge in a goat's case. We cannot accept that this report, after I had talked to I don't think I need to be informed. Mr. Speaker,
the member is saying that he's not.
I didn't. That point of correction, Mr. Speaker. My proverb is meant to support my point of conflict of interest.
Is a member actually in order to say that you cannot send a niner, of course referring to the chair, to go and investigate. Mr. Speaker, I had a committee. And this committee that I had as members, as some other members. And it seems like there's some information which has escaped his eyes because I've sent to the third assembly and he has it. The Kalamba Fruit Cooperative Society has given a total of 116 kilos, 580. Kika Farmers to date has given 117, 200.
Move out of the motion. Are you on a point of order or you are making clarifications?
Yes, I mean,
now,
Mr. Speaker.
If clarifications, you will respond to the motion. You have a special time to respond.
Thank you.
Yes. Otherwise, you will not interject to inform every member. You will have an opportunity to respond to the motion. Proceed on. Proceed.
But my point was, Mr. Speaker, no mangoes were bought from my ward, be it by whichever cooperative. None of the cooperatives bought mangoes from K-Ward. That point should be very well noted. I also indicated that Kilili Kalamba Ward is the ward that hosts the fruit processing plant. And it is where the chairman of Committee Matters Agriculture comes from. So I am opposing this report because we cannot send the chairman, being a politician, to go and investigate on matters, mangoes, and he has conflict of interest to protect his farmers to buy mangoes from other wards. I have an SMS from one of the cooperative leaders saying that, texting me, saying that my farmers should not pick mangoes because of issues and circumstances that could not be avoided. We had a budget of 13 million, and it was added. The additional money was meant for the wards which did not supply mangoes. So, I recommend that, Mr. Speaker, you direct this House to have an independent committee to go and do an investigation on this matter. I also oppose this report because it says they have given the ECM 3 weeks. 3 weeks is a lot of time. Our farmers are crying. We need a very short time to ensure that if there are reports that indicate there are farmers, there are mangoes which didn't come from, didn't follow the right procedure, they shouldn't be paid and those monies should be used to buy mangoes to our farmers, and the roads that didn't supply mangoes should benefit. Lastly, Mr. Speaker, I think we are lying to ourselves when we say we need to add budgets. The chair has just confirmed that there are drums of puree which got expired. If we mean we are going to add budget, that means we are going to waste monies meant for the development for our people to do production for something that does not have market. So we need to think outside the box. And my proposal is that we privatize this plant and do away with these losses. We cannot operate for 3 months and then lock the factory for other 9 months, and we are paying the people who are working there. We need to think outside the box and do what is necessary to benefit our county. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Member for Cloud.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I stand to support the report, Mr. Speaker. And as I support the report,
That's Honorable Ali. Honorable members, you are more than 20 on the queue. I will give you an opportunity. Sorry?
haina shida.
Oh, he's a member of the committee.
Um,
Proceed, Honorable Ali. Oh.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I've said that I stand to support the report. And as I support the report, Mr. Speaker, as a House, we are very aware that there is an outcry from the farmers. That one we acknowledge. But it is also good that we as members of this House, that we give the public the right information, which I think when the information is very right to the public is able to understand where things are not getting into the right way. Mr. Speaker, as I make my contribution, allow me to project this. When we got into this House, Mr. Speaker, in the year 2023, I remember we had a discussion about Kalamba. And Mr. Speaker, the Kalamba facility, there was only production of puree. And I want to acknowledge what the governor has done, because the governor has gone ahead to ensure there is ready-to-drink line that was installed. So before the installation of the line, then it means that, Mr. Speaker, the facility was able to produce just the puree. But today, the people of Makueni are able to see a finished product in the supermarkets and also in the markets. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, that is something that we need to acknowledge, that something good has been done. Point number 2, Mr. Speaker, from the recommendation of the committee, one of the recommendations is that we can think about the cold storage rooms. We can think about collaboration with the partners. We can think about having an allocation from the national government, from the exchequer, which I think, to me, is a right thing. But there is one thing that we need to tell the people of Makueni. One is that Kalamba fruit processing plant can only consume 4,000 metric tons. And that is against the total production by the people of Makueni, 183,000 metric tons. Meaning, if that is 1% of the consumption by the facility, then 99% cannot be consumed by the facility. And that is one production cycle. That's why, as part of the recommendation, we say that to enhance processing efficiency of the facility, then we need to think about the cold rooms that are very important. When we have a storage in those cold rooms, then when the production cycle at the peak goes, then the facility is able to run again, which I think, to me, Mr. Speaker, it is very important. Point number 2 on the same, when we are talking about a budget to buy mangoes from the farmers, and for this budget, whereby we allocated 12 million, then to me, and when we visited the facility, it was very small. Because, Mr. Speaker, for us now to purchase effectively 4,000 metric tons, we need almost like 100 million to do that. Meaning, if we have 4,000 metric tons that can be purchased, and the Makueni is able to produce 183 metric tons, that is almost 45 times the production level that need to be thought about. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, when we are talking about a committee in agriculture that in one way or the other has failed, it is also important to note that we need to think about how we need to place bunches in that so that mangoes can be bought.
Well,
therefore, Mr. Speaker, as I finish, let me say this, Mr. Speaker. If we can talk about cash crops, and for this matter, I tend to believe that the people of Makueni, mangoes is their cash crop in one way or the other. So if we can talk about cash crops in the other counties, then our MPs, members of the National Assembly, they need to wake up and also think in the lines of their people that they represent at the national level. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, we cannot sit down and say, let other counties be funded from the exchequer to make transactions in terms of production and marketing of their crops, while in Makueni, we are not getting anything. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Good. Member for Kathmandu, what? And honorable members, you will have to limit your contributions. Don't repeat what has been said, to also give other members an opportunity. Condense your contribution. Proceed.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I've heard the report from the Chair, Agriculture. It is a good report because, Mr. Speaker, of course, it is based on the information that they received from the department. However, Mr. Speaker, I have some concern on some several
Honorable
issues.
member for Kathmandu, motion time.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I support. I support, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I raise my concern as far as that report is concerned. Mr. Speaker, the chair has said that the mangoes were bought from the farmers. The mangoes were bought from farmers, but Mr. Speaker, the chair has not provided the list of farmers as per the cooperative. Because, Mr. Speaker, we need to know whether the members of that cooperative called Makua or the Chale something benefited, or their mangoes were bought by their cooperative. Because the cooperative can go and buy mango from other farmers, right? So that one, Mr. Speaker, I did not get it. Mr. Speaker, also we want to know this cooperative. Before the cooperative was given a mandate to supply mango to Kalamba, the cooperative was given an LPO, a purchase order. What was the quantity per cooperative? And what was the daily delivery per cooperative? Mr. Speaker, that has not been provided. Mr. Speaker, again, we have seen the first week, especially the 8th, 9th, and 10th, a lot of mangoes being supplied in a hurry, something like that. Mr. Speaker, that also leaves a lot of doubt. And Mr. Speaker, I have identified there is a gap of management. There is mismanagement of Kalamba fruit processing plant. And this mandate goes to the CEO, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, on the social media, we were seeing a driver is claiming that I stayed outside the gate for more than 3 days. Mr. Speaker, we did not see any report from the CEO in regards to that matter. That lorry was carrying a lot of mangoes, and those mangoes were coming from farmers. The CEO did not speak about that, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to plead. The committee has given us a report. But before I go to that, Mr. Speaker, I was going through that, that file of farmers yesterday, and I noticed something that the chair and the committee has not raised, and they know it, that you find that there are farmers, 3 farmers, who they have been said to come from Watenzio ward on this particular day, and on another day, they are said to come from Ukia ward. Different, same farmers, alteration of the quantity of mangoes, but different ward agricultural officers signing, different forms. Mr. Speaker, that the chair has not handled. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I wish to request that as per Standing Order 210, allow me not to read it because I don't have, and these gadgets are not reading.
Proceed and conclude.
Mr. Speaker, the 210 allows the Public Investment Accounts Committee a full mandate on the county public investments. Mr. Speaker, this report needs to be examined. This report, the working of Kalamba, need to be investigated by the PIC committee, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, the PIAC, of course, the committee led by Honorable Kimongo, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, allow me to finish, Mr.
Proceed
Speaker.
and conclude.
Mr.
You
Speaker, I
30 seconds.
don't want to dwell on the politics around Kalamba because
30
these
seconds.
mangoes,
Conclude.
Mr. Speaker, these mangoes, in quotes, kuna mango zingine. Lakini, Mr. Speaker, let me say that let us handle the issue of mango, Kalamba, soberly so that we can help the people of Makueni. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, let us minimize unnecessary interjections. Whatever is not in order, just package. I will give you an opportunity, you execute at the same time. Otherwise, we'll spend the next 20 minutes not giving others members opportunity to speak. So, are you sure you have a valid point of order? Is it?
Is a member really in order to stand and say he supports the report, and at the same time to say the report needs to go to another committee for investigation? Surely, where are we? Where is the fear?
Okay.
We are either supporting the report or we are not supporting the report.
Just
Simple.
a minute. Honorable Mudoka, the member said, that's why I asked you, are you sure you have a point of order? The member said he supports the report as it is, but he has made this recommendation that the matter needs to be further investigated by another committee or by PCT. Now, so what is wrong with this statement? Whether it is right or wrong, will you vote with him or not with him? Now, I'm avoiding this debate. Order, Honorable Mudoka. Just a minute. Honorable Mudoka, if a member is given an opportunity and supported a motion and has gone ahead to say many other things, you can't gag them to say and conclude in that manner. Honorable member from Lale Mali started by supporting, but he said so many other things. There's a member who opposed, but also said something good about the report. Are you getting? I don't know. It is Honorable Mans who acknowledged good things done by, but he opposed. So we can't tell him once you oppose, say everything is good. So tell us. Order, member. Order, Honorable Mudoka. Order, Honorable Mudoka. Now, do you want to get to the space of a member of a county assembly who is debating? It is his space, so allow him to exercise this. Honorable Elizabeth Muli. And if we could restrict our contribution to 4 minutes, you'll give another member an opportunity to speak and we'll be able to dispense these minutes. 3 minutes. Honorable Elizabeth.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I will, by virtue of my independence, I will oppose this report. And why I will oppose this report is where the chair started and began. Honorable Speaker, when the chair started moving the motion, he said, indicated there was outcry in the social media and media outlets on the mango issue in Makueni County. And Honorable Speaker, part of that outcry, the member for Nzawi Kilili Kalamba was adversely mentioned in the same outcry that went to the social media and the media houses. So, Honorable Speaker, why I oppose, this member should have just excused himself from the operations of the Committee on Agriculture and allowed that the vice chair of that committee took up the mandate to carry out the investigation with other members, because from where I sit, as a conflicted member and as the chair of the committee and as a member of where this particular plant is, we may not know what kind of an extent of influence he may have as a member and as a chair committee on agriculture. So, Honorable Speaker, I would request, because the outburst was too much and is still too much for the people, from the people of Makueni, that we have an independent committee guided by your wisdom to get into this matter, because even as I sit here, I do not have any attachments supporting the report that has been shared to us. We have no documentation to show who belongs to what cooperative, which farmers were bought these mangoes. We do not have. And we cannot say these are the particular farmers who got access to the circles. And Honorable Speaker, even we do not have any documentation to see how the Kalamba Fruit Processing acquired these cooperatives, how they were issued, how the procurement was done, and how they were offered the LPOs. Honorable Speaker, if today you are giving a cooperative, you have procured a cooperative and you have indicated to these members, because a schedule was shared to all the members, that this particular cooperative will do a purchase of mangoes in Mavindini. You must access and you must assess that this cooperative is able to visit Mavindini, buy the mangoes from the farmers in Mavindini, and deliver to the plant. So we also need to know, how was this procurement done? Was capacity analyzed? Because we cannot put our farmers under this pain, Honorable Speaker. Whether there is a budget or no budget, the 20 million should have been felt by all the farmers of Makueni. At least we should be having people in every ward where we have mango producing wards, all of us saying we have a farmer in Thanke who has sold mangoes, we have a farmer in Mavindini who has sold, we have farmers in Kasike who have sold mangoes. But as it is, Honorable Speaker, it's only a few wards. And yesterday I happened to see a sheet that was running across containing 10 wards that mangoes were bought. So where are the rest? We have around 20 wards or over 20 wards that produce mangoes in Makueni. So where were the rest? Does it mean that these farmers have been disadvantaged because a certain cooperative was given an opportunity to go and buy mango there and they were not in a position to buy? How was that procurement done? Honorable Speaker, it is a disarray for me to hear that a farmer had to ferry their mangoes and it is going to be invoiced at the entrance of the plant. What kind of procurement is that, Honorable Speaker? So why I want an independent investigation on this matter, Honorable Speaker, is because we need to unearth all these things. It may not give a solution now, but we are going to help the farmers and the county government in the next mango season. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Member for Thunderwood. I'll give you 4 minutes or less.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I stand to oppose the report. Reasons: one, Honorable Speaker, the report has given us the way forward about Kalamba and not what happened in Kalamba. Honorable Speaker, the way forward for Kalamba, you and me and everybody, even the electorates, they know the way forward for Kalamba. So the chair and the committee, they don't need to come and tell us the way forward. They should have told us what happened in Kalamba. Number two, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the chair, one Francis Mutuku, has been accused on 2 occasions. Occasion number 1, Honorable Speaker, there's a lorry driver who claimed, and I will share the clip in our official group, who said he was blocked from delivering his mangoes because the MCA, who happens to be the chair of this committee, the lorries for MCA were to come. So that's the reason that I will share, Honorable Speaker, I will share the clip where the driver was claiming that he was, I will share, there's no problem, Honorable Member. Honorable Speaker, number 2, the chair, there's a conflict of interest, Honorable Speaker, in this matter. Why? The chair himself, people are saying he's the one who supplied the bigger portion of the mangoes in terms of individuals. Honorable Speaker, I'm concluded. Today in the morning, Honorable Speaker, in one of the local radio stations, he confirmed that he supplied over 9,000. So what our people are saying, somehow it is true. In this regard, Honorable Speaker, I request this assembly, which is led by you, Honorable Speaker. We have 2 powerful committees in this house. The committee led by Kimongo, the PAC, and the committee led by member for Masongaleni, PIC, should be given this mandate to bring a detailed report on what happened to Kalamba, Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I oppose. In fact, Honorable Speaker, lastly, Honorable Speaker, I've forgotten something. Honorable Speaker, if you check, a schedule was shared with us by the Waziri Agriculture. Zoning, all those cooperatives, they had been zoned. For example, in our constituency, Honorable Speaker, although I'm also saying that we don't farm mangoes, we do baobabs. Honorable Speaker, in the morning, that's what the chair said, Honorable Speaker, and he's bringing a nice report. So, Honorable Speaker, there was zoning of cooperatives. Honorable Speaker, we need to get a detailed report from those cooperatives where they purchased mangoes from my ward, Makindu, Masongaleni, Kaskeo, a detailed report, number, the name of that person, the number and the ID, so that we can cross-check. Honorable Speaker, why is it that only 3 cooperatives purchased almost 3/4? They delivered 3/4 of the supply which was done to Kalamba. And during that time, there are claims that most of us was inside. So, Honorable Speaker, we need this matter to be taken by serious committees. Most of Honorable Francis Mutuku, we cannot accept his report, Honorable Speaker. I thank you.
Member for what is your word? Honorable Felix Boniface Matters.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, for the purposes of my farmers, Mr. Speaker, and I as a farmer, I oppose this motion. Mr. Speaker, this is not the first time we are having harvest losses for mangoes, Mr. Speaker. This has been happening, Mr. Speaker, but Mr. Speaker, this year, Mr. Speaker, it was one of the worst, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, the reason why I oppose because, Mr. Speaker, if you look at the proximity of my ward to the factory, Mr. Speaker, you realize it's just a few kilometers, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, I must have been one of the, actually the members who have benefited, all the ward that has benefited, Mr. Speaker, since we are just next, Zio to Kalamba is just very near. Mr. Speaker, the cooperative mandated to buy mangoes in this ward, Mr. Speaker, was completely inactive, Mr. Speaker. It is a person I talked to, is a neighbor, and Mr. Speaker, he was not able to buy mangoes from us, Mr. Speaker. The reason, we don't know why. Mr. Speaker, we actually had a lot of losses, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, I even went ahead, Mr. Speaker, met with the administrators in my ward, and we actually had to call the cooperative to know why they are not buying mangoes, Mr. Speaker. But, Mr. Speaker, to my surprise, is that the explanation they gave is that this was only mandated to 3 cooperatives, Mr. Speaker, and they were not able to even buy
mangoes and sell to the factory, Mr. Speaker. And that is why, Mr. Speaker, we had to lose, to get a lot of losses in our ward, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, according to me, Mr. Speaker, we need to come up with a solution for this, Mr. Speaker. Because, Mr. Speaker, looking at last year, when mangoes were being bought, there were pack houses all over. Actually, a pack house here in my ward actually collected a lot of money. What happened? Because we didn't see them this time around buy mangoes, Mr. Speaker. We need to investigate, and we are supposed to get even from this report why the processors did not come to buy mangoes. We are not taught why this time they did not come to purchase mangoes from our farmers, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, another thing, it's quite unfair, Mr. Speaker, for money to be allocated to benefit all the wards and just to hand up benefits, just a few wards, Mr. Speaker. That is not fair, Mr. Speaker, because we should have equity, and every ward should benefit out of the budgets that we are allocating, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, see how this report and these gaps in this report can be done with another independent committee, Mr. Speaker, so that we can add the truth of this matter, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Member for Leader of Majority, Deputy, Minority, Deputy, Oldon. Honorable Janet Kitu.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, I will not support this report. I am not going to support this report, Mr. Speaker, because, Mr. Speaker, this report is not rescuing anyone else, any farmer in Makueni. Mr. Speaker, the report indicated that 3 circles sold mangoes to Kalamba Fruit Processing Plant. And I asked myself, Mr. Speaker, why 3? What happened to the other circles? Why did they sell the mangoes there, Mr. Speaker? Because they have mangoes, Mr. Speaker. What is the root cause of not delivering mangoes to the Kalamba Fruit Processing Plant? Mr. Speaker, I was looking at the budget when the committee is saying that the budget should be raised, Mr. Speaker, for the coming season for mangoes, Mr. Speaker. And I'm asking myself, if there is no code room, what will be the purpose of adjusting that budget, Mr. Speaker? Mr. Speaker, according to me, the fruit processing plant need to be diversified, Mr. Speaker, so that it can absorb volumes of mangoes, Mr. Speaker, and also other fruits which are being produced in this county, and they don't have they just go to waste. They get lost in the hands of, protect me, Honorable Speaker, there is a lot of murmuring in the room.
Honorable members from the majority side, may you consult on Lotto. Proceed.
Yeah, we have a lot of avocados, we have a lot of fixes and oranges, Mr. Speaker, which go to waste. Why doesn't this plant get diversified, Mr. Speaker, to absorb all these fruits, Mr. Speaker? Mr. Speaker, I would suggest that this plant be privatized, because we cannot be standing to lose all the seasons we are losing. Farmers are going at a loss. Let it be privatized. And another proposal, Mr. Speaker, is that because the budget committee has been sleeping on its job, let it be disbanded. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Member for Tulmani, what? Just all on member for Tulmani.
Because the Committee of Agriculture has been sleeping on its job, Mr. Speaker, let it be disbanded.
Member for Tulimani.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm on the floor. And Mr. Speaker, I want from the onset to support the report. Mr. Speaker, being a member of that Committee on Agriculture, I personally visited Kalamba fruit processing plant. And we have the reports with us here. I wish members could care, not just because, of course, reading from, I'm not a prophet of doom, but I know the end result of this. I can tell you for free. Whether we vote or we don't vote, I can imagine where it is going to go. Because we have been around for long. Mr. Speaker, James 4:17, for those who care, states that, therefore, to him who knows to do good and does not do it, to him it's a sin. This verse, Mr. Speaker, of course, defines sin, not only something, only committing the wrong, but also failing to do the right thing. Mr. Speaker, here, we are talking of something that went wrong completely, and we truly sympathize with our farmers, myself being one of them. Mr. Speaker, the farmers have undergone a lot of losses. In fact, some of them are even saying they are about to cut the mango trees and take them away and plant something else. Ndengu, you know, these peanuts, nyukukaranga, if you like. So therefore, as we debate, Mr. Speaker, it's important to say that, like there's a man who was caught somewhere doing something and he said, makosa imefanyika, quote, and he was beaten thoroughly. So makosa imefanyika hapa, Mr. Speaker, and something must happen. It's not about Committee on Agriculture. It can be investigated by any other committee, but the end result is let the farmer of Makueni get a benefit of what they have sweated for, Mr. Speaker. So therefore, Mr. Speaker, I know there is some investigations that are also going by independent bodies out there. And soon the report will be coming out. Mr. Speaker, there is also a committee on general oversight of this House, which is more superior than any other committee. And that can also be used. We are not saying the Agriculture Committee are angels, Mr. Speaker. We are also beneficiaries. We are also, members who have also gone through losses. So what we only say, we went, identified, and especially for the 3 days. But when we are mixing politics and what we need to help our farmers, because when somebody goes there and perhaps is paid to go and tarnish a member's name, and say that this member, because now the politics will mix and confuse the farmers, Mr. Speaker. So those independent, without having, I'm saying I don't mind whoever goes to go, but let the farmer get that is right for him or her. So therefore, Mr. Speaker, I urge honorable members, colleague, as we debate this, let us sympathize and even apologize to the people we represent. And even the recommendation here are talking about more cold storages, more, You know, because as it is even now, the international community or the exporters stopped buying our mangoes. We need to find out why. Without beating about the bush, oh no, toa hii committee, you know, Mr. Speaker, because that may not really be the end solution. But as it is, God help us. I thank you.
Honorable John Mwandi.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I stand to oppose this report. And I have a genuine reason. Why I'm opposing this report, I have listened carefully to the Chair Agriculture. And in my view, there are so many challenges in that fruit processing plant. I'm asking myself this question. Why was the fruit processing plant started in Makueni County? What was the focus? The main aim was to address the growth, economic growth of our farmers in Makueni in the value chain of mangoes. Here we are. We had a budget of 13 million, which was allocated to benefit all farmers across Makueni County. I'm worried. Was the budget specific to a certain ward? Is the chair from budget for agriculture taking advantage on being the chair for agriculture to do what he has done and he has reported? And still I'm opposing because in my ward, my own place, Kalawa ward, we have not benefited. And it is also prudent for us to accept that this fruit processing plant is not enough to accommodate the mangoes of Makueni farmers. Then we come up with a resolution or a recommendation. Can we have a program where we can have a research and know the specific quantity that can accommodate the fruit processing plant so that we may plan effectively? Because failure to that, I don't see the meaning of adding more money because we will be having same messes every season of mango. I have another question. Do we see value for money as honorable members in this project? Because all the money since the project was started, if we can cross-check what we have gained from the plant, we can come up with a different strategy of addressing the problems facing our farmers. Having said that, Honorable Speaker, Deputy Majority is disrupting me with the Agriculture Chair.
Are you concerned on Lawton, Deputy Majority?
Thank you, sir.
May you, he has regarded the deputy over the chair because you are senior.
Yes.
Next time she will not recognize you, you will complain. Take it positively.
Respect is deserved here.
She has, order. Let's consult on Lawton, let us make progress. Fair enough. Chair Agriculture, consult on Lawton. Proceed, Honorable Jen.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. There is a very serious outcry because I believe this was an initiative which was started by the government as a value chain for mango. And this is our cash crop, and we have to protect and make sure economic growth to our farmers is adhered to. So, Honorable Speaker, it is my prayer you direct an independent committee Because what we are seeing, there are other things behind the scene we can't see. We need independent body to do this report for us. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Member for Maswangaleni Ward.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I stand to oppose this motion on the fact that, Mr. Speaker, this report does not address to the issues of the people I represent, the people of Maswangaleni Ward, Mr. Speaker. One key factor, Mr. Speaker, is the cooperative societies that have been listed to purchase mangoes from my farmers, Mr. Speaker, in all the 4 wards of Kibwezi East, Mr. Speaker. I stand here, Mr. Speaker, to confirm that no cooperative that has been listed in this schedule that has ever stepped foot in Maswangaleni, Mr. Speaker. And if anyone doubts my assertion, they can take time and visit Maswangaleni anytime and find out if there is any farmer who benefited from this cooperative. Societies, Mr. Speaker. I have also done some asserted that the people from Kibwezi, Maswangaleni, where I come from, we are one of the biggest mango growers, Mr. Speaker. And also from my counterpart from Tange Ward and Mutitwandui, Mr. Speaker, we have a lot of farmers doing mango farming, Mr. Speaker. But unfortunately, the excellent plan by the department to have these farmers cushioned from brokers was not achieved, Mr. Speaker. And I urge, Mr. Speaker, your wisdom of the chair to direct and commit the investigations and the issues surrounding Kalamba, Mr. Speaker, to the watchdog committees of this assembly, Mr. Speaker. And we have 2 serious watchdog committees, Mr. Speaker, that oversee this assembly, and that is Public Accounts Committee and Public Investments Committee, Mr. Speaker. And if you so do, I'm very sure those committees will be able to bring a very detailed report addressing all issues that have affected farmers, not only in Kibwezi East, Kibwezi West, but all wards covering Makueni County, Mr. Speaker. I thank you.
Honorable Jackson Kimunyi, Deputy Leader of the Minority Party.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. First, I stand to oppose this report. Mr. Speaker, my reasons are because the report did not address the issues our farmers in Makueni were crying for. Mr. Speaker, I happened to join the Committee on Agriculture when they were visiting Kalamba fruit processing plant. And indeed, Mr. Speaker, what we found at Kalamba from the cooperatives, which were pre-qualified to buy mangoes from our farmers, was annoying. Mr. Speaker, it is true, we did not find mangoes from outside Makueni. But the cooperatives which were given that mandate, Mr. Speaker, did not live to the spirit of their contract, Mr. Speaker. These cooperatives, Mr. Speaker, one, I don't know, I did not hear the chair table the contract between the cooperatives and the Kalamba so that we can scrutinize and see, were they supposed to buy mangoes from their members only? Because from the interrogation we had from those cooperatives, they said they were buying mangoes from their members only. Was there anywhere in their contract which said that they were supposed to buy mangoes from their members? Mr. Speaker, also, yes, you have heard the chair saying we found the cooperative members at Kalamba waiting to receive mangoes. But it is true, Mr. Speaker, they were waiting to receive mangoes which they did not go to buy from the farmers, which was not the case. The cooperatives were contracted to go to the farmer, buy mangoes from the farmer at 19 shillings. Then they were given some 2-3 shillings to sell to Kalamba so that they can cater for transport and make some profit. That did not happen, Mr. Speaker. These cooperatives, they were just seated there, calling farmers, can you combine 2, 3, 4 farmers, get a rolly, bring your mangoes here, we are going to receive. What happened? Chair, you can confirm they were taking the mangoes to Kalamba. What happened? Chair, you can confirm they were taking the mangoes to Kalamba to benefit with the 23 shillings. That was not the spirit of their contract, Mr. Speaker. And that is where the cooperatives failed. Mr. Speaker, also we learned these cooperatives were supposed to ensure when they buy mangoes from the farmers, there was a form where the farmers had to sign. The agricultural officer in that ward, in that area, was supposed to sign that form to confirm these mangoes were bought from a farmer in Ukia. Mr. Speaker, when you scrutinize the forms here, which they took from Kalamba, because the report given by the committee relied only on the data they got from Kalamba, you will find even some of the farmers in those forms do not exist. I can tell you, Mr. Speaker. Because when they collected some mangoes to these senders, they just filled names. They signed. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, we need to hold the agricultural officers who signed those forms to confirm these mangoes came from this particular farmer to account. Because in most of the forms, actually, they did not confirm whether the mangoes came from the farmers. And that is one of the issues which is making the people of Makueni cry, Mr. Speaker. The other issue is, Mr. Speaker, these cooperatives were not tied to buy mangoes from each ward. And you realize that most of the cooperatives, they bought mangoes within the premises of the plant. They bought mangoes within Zakika, Kalamba. They bought mangoes within Nzio area, and some extended to Ukia and the Emali Mulala ward, at the expense of the other wards, Mr. Speaker. They said they could not go to buy mango to Kakowaya or Mabindini because of the transport. They are not going to make anything. That is the reality, Mr. Speaker. We were duped by these cooperatives. Mr. Speaker, it is true that Kalamba alone cannot be a solution to the mango farmers in Makueni. A plant which is uptaking only 1% of what our people are producing. Are we getting anywhere? No. We need to, one, either expand the plant so that it can be able to uptake at least 20% of the mangoes. Also, have a cold rooms and a big cold room. The store we have there cannot even, we have been told it is holding only 250 metric tons. How many tons do we have in Makueni? In 1 or 2 days, it is full. We need a big cold room in Kalamba. The other thing, Mr. Speaker, if we have to succeed, Kalamba must be autonomous. In fact, the Kalamba, the puree which is being produced from Kalamba, it can be sold and the money be recycled. We should be saying the plant is continuous. It is selling the puree, it is putting back the money to buy mangoes, and the chain continues. But what is happening now, you have heard the chair say, they have already exhausted the budget which they ate. Now, nobody can take mangoes to Kalamba. Are we saving our farmers? No. Mr. Speaker, it is my opinion, when we are pre-qualifying these cooperatives, you realize that we have CDDC, Zakika. We have CDDCs in every ward. I challenge the procurement method which was used. Why did they not even pick CDDCs from the other wards? Why is Zakika alone? We need to question that. The other thing, Mr. Speaker, we needed to tie, Mr. Speaker, these cooperatives in each and every ward. We needed to have a cooperative buying mangoes like in Kakowaya, in Ukia, in Mavindini, in Masogaleni. Every ward needed to have a share of this money. Yes. It did not happen. Most of the share went to the wards within the plant. That was unfair, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we need to do a thorough investigation. This report is not helping our people. Mr. Speaker, you either appoint another committee, or you give the committee on public investment, or you cause the committee of the whole house to go and investigate this matter. This is not a small matter, and we need to do it as urgently as possible because our people are waiting for us to give a report which is giving solution. The other issue, Mr. Speaker, because most of the other mangoes were supposed to be bought by exporters, there are many allegations that the exporters who were buying mangoes in Makueni, they were given a condition to buy mango through these cooperatives. We did not hear the chair talk about that because that is some of the issue which shied most of the exporters from buying mangoes from our people. We need an investigation on that, Mr. Speaker. These exporters did not buy mangoes, and they are the ones which were offloading the mangoes from our farmers. Now, when they failed to buy because of a small condition which was given, they shied away, and they stopped coming to buy mangoes from our farmers. We need to investigate that and to get to know how true is this and why it was done, because our farmers are suffering, Mr. Speaker. By so saying, Mr. Speaker, I want to say this is a serious matter. It is a matter, Mr. Speaker, from where you sit, because one of the reasons why I joined Committee on Agriculture, Mr. Speaker, I also heard you from the media talking about mango which came from outside. And you being the Speaker and the head of this House, I wanted to go and establish how true is this, that mangoes came from outside. And I was surprised I did not see any sign of mango coming from Tanzania. I don't see any sign of mango coming from Mombasa. the mango came from within Makueni. It is only that they came through a bad process, Mr. Speaker. And that is what made our farmers suffer. We need to dig deeper into this issue. And Mr. Speaker, please find it wise and very urgently to form another committee or give the committee of public investment to investigate further and table a report that is giving full solution to this house. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Elizabeth Mutindi, then Honorable Kalunda and Honorable Mudhoka. Honorable Mudhoka, the leader of the majority, you are. The majority leader spoke before. Proceed, Honorable Mutindi.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I didn't wish to speak and break protocol, but I have been persuaded to say something. Honorable Speaker.
What is your position on the motion?
I rise to oppose the motion. Honorable Speaker, as members have said, this is supposed to be an investigatory report, Honorable Speaker, because it was necessitated by an outcry by the public. That is why the committee went into action to find out exactly what was making the public cry. However, Mr. Speaker, the committee does not hit the nail on the head, Honorable Speaker. It's a bit evasive. It gives us good solutions, but long-term solutions to the problem, but don't hit the nail on the head so that we can know exactly what happened, as many members have alluded. And on that note, Mr. Speaker, it is also lacking very vital attachments as proof of exactly what happened. Also, Mr. Speaker, I was just challenging the member, the chairperson, because they developed the TOR as a committee, which did not actually address the issues that the public was raising. And on that basis, Honorable Speaker, I wish to oppose, because this being a very good report does not address the issue at hand. I am a farmer, and I come from from an area where so many people have done mango farming, and I have heard the outcry by the people. We are not even able to speak. Mr. Speaker, we cannot speak without facts, and therefore we need a report, a good report that will come and address the issues so that we can give the same answers to our people. Honorable Speaker, this has been politicized, and we agree, but we do not wish that it continues. So we want to do a thorough investigation to actually know who is culpable so that they can be held to account, Honorable Speaker. If it is the Kalamba CEO or it is the cooperatives, we want to see them blacklisted for their malpractices and such issues. Those are the things we need to address. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Leader of the Minority Party.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, so far I think now the opinion is very clear and everybody is opposed to this motion. I would have wished by now the Honorable Chair for Agriculture would have called for some leave so that he can maybe withdraw this motion. And now that he has not done that, I will still continue supporting my side, the team from this side which is opposing this motion. Honorable Speaker, I wanted to salvage the Committee on Agriculture, but themselves they are not able to, because they have left that opportunity to only the Honorable Chair, who seems to be vulnerable at now, and also maybe the Honorable Leader of Majority, and maybe the former Leader of Majority. There are only three members from the Committee on Agriculture. It tells you. Thank you. Sorry for that.
I meant. What is your point of order?
Mr.
I
Speaker,
meant.
honestly speaking, you know, when we reduce the debate to become a joke, this is a very serious matter, Mr. Speaker. It is either we oppose or we support. Simple. Why mention names? I am one farmer who is hurted by what is happening. So, Mr. Speaker, is a leader of minority. Now start lecturing on about names, who is opposing. Just oppose and put the question and then way forward for the interest of people of Makueni.
Thank you. He's my very great friend, so I will not respond there. But I wanted to show how, if he says they are serious about the same, we needed to see at least a quorum of this committee. This committee did not come intentionally because they didn't want this motion to pass. That is the reason. That is the reason. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. The good thing they are here, but only two were able to speak for this committee. That is the leader of majority and the former. The others did not want to speak. Honorable Speaker, as I started, Honorable Speaker. Conclude, Honorable. Don't attract unnecessary point of order.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Just narrow your contribution.
Honorable Speaker, I wanted to start with first also congratulating the Honorable Muso's team for coming up with a very good schedule and a report towards the same when the outcry came. I must thank them for that. That is to show they are very responsible committee. It's a very responsible committee led by the Honorable former leader of majority, and I must thank them for that. I cannot bypass that. Honorable Muso has received a lot today from the members, and I must encourage him to tell him that sometimes it is difficult when leading, and you must accept that some people want to take advantage of that. Honorable Speaker, he has also highlighted a lot in terms of what they came up with. And my question, why I had to oppose, I was planning to support this motion, but I realized also that in their recommendations, they did not say we do a forensic audit, we allow other committees maybe to do a bigger job, because of course this was a rushed job for them. They rushed this report because it was necessary anyway. But I expected them to give a recommendation that at least another committee or an ad hoc committee or an existing committee like PIC or even the general oversight can take up this matter. So I found it wise and prudent that if we pass this motion, we may not get another opportunity for us to dig deeper into the issues which are lingering. Honorable Speaker, also to note that there were no mangoes coming from other places. That is very clear. It's only that the cold room or the store in Kalamba is way too little in terms of the space and what we expect people to do. So to also support what Honorable Kimunyi was speaking to in terms of having brokers not able to buy directly from the farmers, of course, of taking a lot of mangoes from the farmers and also relieving the factory of this expectation, Honorable Speaker. If we can rethink as a county, I know it is a policy by the county government, and it was part of the governor's manifesto that you will be taking charge of pricing of mango and other products, Honorable Speaker. And that's why they've been able to say you can only buy through some channels. That's why they want to control the price. But the open market doesn't behave like that. That's why you see most of the people don't want to buy mangoes from Makueni because the pricing will be controlled by the institution of Makueni County Government. So that if we can rethink about that, and Honorable Muso is in charge of that department in terms of oversight, if you can also help the county to do that, I will really appreciate as people of Makueni. Two, in terms of budgets, I have seen also the budget was cut from around 40 million to 13 million. We understand the constraints which faced this county and other counties since 2024 of pricing, Honorable Speaker, and it has been a big shortfall for us now to
to fill those gaps. So if we can also dictate these budgets to be bigger, because we do not expect the government to do business, of course, but the government can help the farmers, the small number of farmers who can benefit from this kind of program. We really appreciate that. So Honorable Chair for Agriculture can spearhead going to help this to move forward. Honorable Speaker, I also want to talk about the politics around this program. Yes, we have seen it's only the ward of Mzakeka and maybe some patches of other wards. In fact, that's why Honorable Manzo is not able to say anything good about this report. One, it's not because of the contents, but the people he represents. It's like myself, the people I represent, they will not allow me to say yes to this report. Because if I say yes to this report, it means I cannot stand in for them. I cannot stand in the gap, and they have elected me to about these things, Honorable Speaker. And also to Kanzo, the Honorable Chair, I also listened to him, and it backlashed on him when he said the people of Mombasa Road do not participate in mango farming, Honorable Speaker. We are biggest mango farmers. In fact, we are very export from Makueni come from that belt, Honorable Speaker. And it is very wrong for my friend Honorable Muso to indicate and imply that the people of Kibwezi, where I come from, we run Boabab. That is the only thing which is now negating all the efforts, Honorable Speaker. And I wish, I'm just canceling you because I'm a small man, but I want to help you so that at least when you are the chair of Committee of Agriculture, you are cheering for the county of Makueni, whether from lowlands or from the highlands of Mboni. So I'm just, it's like myself when I'm the leader of minority. Of course, I have the allegiance of the people of Kibwezi, but I lead for the people of Makueni. I don't lead the people of Kibwezi alone. So that's what I wish I could also cancel. If you don't, it's fine. You can leave it. Honorable Speaker, I also want to speak about the same politics I'm speaking to Honorable Speaker. I saw, like in this week, the UK government has suffered a lot because of one person. One person is making a prime minister to change the whole government. And they started with the highest aide, the chief of staff, Makueni. He resigned last night but one. Why? Because somebody else did a mistake. And he advised the prime minister that you can appoint somebody to be the US ambassador, the UK ambassador to Washington. The same thing. I'm expectant that the government, not about the CEO, who we are told left in the morning before he took breakfast, Honorable Speaker. We expect a lot of people to suffer, to be sacrificed. We cannot live in a society where you can do mistakes and somebody else has to defend your mistakes. If the mistake was budgeting, they budgeted 13 million shillings against a backdrop of around 100 million expectation, Honorable Speaker. We must sacrifice the person who advised the county assembly to put up 12.9 million shillings, Honorable Speaker. We cannot debate about that. We want to ask the governor to do away with this kind of people. Those people who are helping other people to fight us, Honorable Speaker. And that's why I also wish, as elected people, as people who have been elected and with powers to oversight the county government, we don't need to prosecute over the media, Honorable Speaker. We should not prosecute. Why should we protest against ourselves? I saw that, and it started with Honorable Muso and the Honorable Speaker, and they were prosecuting this over the media, Honorable Speaker. I will not allow that. Please, if we have issues, we don't need to go to the media and now portray how good we are against other people. We will not allow that. We want, if there is an issue in this county of Makueni, like we have in the mango production, Honorable Speaker, in the factory, Honorable Speaker, I do not expect Honorable Muso, who is the area member, and the Speaker, who also comes from the area, to now be speaking on behalf of some ghost people, Honorable Speaker. We need that statement to be read from this assembly. We do not expect members who have been elected and with a platform, with a privilege, to even speak about these matters in this assembly. and acted upon by the governor and his executive. We do not expect them to go to media and now prosecute these matters. That way, we will have saved a lot for this county of Makueni. So, because we are focused in making sure that things work for everybody. Honorable Speaker, allow us to do the correct oversight. The correct oversight is not to allow the Committee on Agriculture, where Honorable Muso is the chair. The Honorable Muso could not have dropped this case, could not have dropped this report, because he's the leader of that committee. But we would have seen it wise now to project other committees to help what Honorable Muso is not able to do. That is why I am just laughing at Honorable Muso, because he is in a very difficult position. He is the Honorable Member for Nzakeka. Of course, they have benefited more than Kikumbuli South, but he has to bring a report here. And I even saw that. I could not see the deputy chair or another member of the Committee on Agriculture reading for them. They pushed the Honorable Chair to read when some people think he is conflicted. Honorable Speaker, this is not fair. Allow us to be fair, allow us to be human enough. Honorable Muso is under a lot of pressure, both in this assembly and also on the ground. We should not expose our member to such kind of experience, Honorable Speaker. And this should be a learning point for us. This should be a learning point. Why are you laughing? Honorable Speaker, I understand. That's why I'm not able to do anything against Honorable Muso. I had even planned to say I will support this motion just because of Honorable Muso. But I can tell you the mood of the House is different. And that's why you saw Honorable Muthike, Honorable Mutindi, and most of the members here, they were opposed to this motion. Please allow us, if we pass, Honorable Muso, I want to advise you also, please withdraw this motion. Allow the Speaker to give directions to make sure we have another motion from an investigative point of view, from a point you cannot control and people cannot perceive you are controlling. And that way we will have saved the county of Makueni. But lastly, as I said, the Chief of Staff for Prime Minister left the biggest, the highest aid yesterday also, during the morning hours. They are resigning during the breakfast hour. The Executive Communication Director for the Office of the Prime Minister, number 10, also resigned. We don't want them to resign. We will ask the appointing authority to sack 2, 3, or 4 ministers, then bring in politicians. Those politicians will help him in the re-election in 2027. And that way will have helped the people of Makueni. That is what I want to say. That is what I wish members can support. And that way we withdraw this motion. After we withdraw the motion, tomorrow or the other sitting day, we can come here and force the Committee on PIC to take up this matter, or the Committee on General Oversight to take up this matter, and we would have relieved Honorable Muso a lot of injustice he is going through now. I even listened to what he said. Yes, I said he talked about the people along Mombasa, but he was also under pressure to just respond to Malile. Malile was being responded to as a single person, but that has been changed to mean the people of Mombasa Road. I understand his conscience. He is also a Mombasa Road person because he lives in Emali and is a big supporter of mine. But I can tell you, the people of Kibwezi West, when I mention to them Muso, they will now feel he is conflicted. He is saying the people of Mombasa Road are not able to farm mangoes, but they are the biggest farmers and exporters of mango. But I will want to commit that we're going to change the tact and the people of Makueni will be helped. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and we have this motion withdrawn. Thank you.
The majority leader is a member of the committee, seconded the motion. Proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Having read this report, compared the TORs with the responses, I think, the Speaker, sir, this report is good but misses the point. So as a person who has conscience, as a person who has the heart of the people of Makueni, as a person who wants to see the wow in Olunga into courts succeed, I oppose this report, and I would wish to give my reasons behind why I am opposing this report, no matter how good it is, no matter how detailed it is, because it misses the main point of what we ought to have addressed and expected by the people of Makueni in this county. When you look at the tabulation of supplies, we expected to see some percentages pegged to every circle so that each and every area is represented effectively in the supply of these mangoes. Unfortunately, the big chunk has gone within a very small scope of the area. That way, it means there are areas, and I would wish to read this, there are areas which have been left out completely. Looking at Nzakika Emali, Ukia, Wotensi, Ukakowaiya, Muvao, Kikumini, Mavindini, Makindu, Nguumo, Kesau, Kiteta, Nguu, Masumba, and Bitini. Bitini had only Gamelock farmers who was applied once. All the other cooperatives never bought from Bitini, never bought from Nguu, Masumba, never bought from Kisau Kiteta, and we are not seeing any subsidiary information supporting any other tabulation beyond this particular one we are given. That means the purchase of mangoes was totally done unfairly. It was actually sledged towards a particular direction. Whether it was politically instigated or not, that we leave it to the investigative body which is going to be appointed by this particular house. Mr. Speaker, sir, we cannot sit here as the oversight body and leave the governor to do our job. I read through the social media, and the governor has gone ahead and take action and appointed a group to investigate. We are going to be losing our mandate of oversight as a county assembly if we are going to give the work over this assembly to the governor to do it. In this context, we need to detach the governor from doing our job, and we do it effectively. Why am I saying this? Because everybody who elected us expects to see results from this team. Mr. Speaker, I'm so much down that Mr. Speaker, we need to, before we, protect me, Mr. Speaker, before the governor brings out his report and gives to the public, it should be this house to give first its own report on what they found to be the issue. Mr. Speaker, as a person, as a leader, and as a representative of the people, I believe people should not actually expecting anything less than the truth from this particular house. Point number 2. Mr. Speaker, looking at the every mentioned names, members of the Agriculture Committee are mentioned in the same link, and they belong to this house. So that we can exonerate these members from the abuse and from the blame. Our able chair is sitting here. We know him, he has been supporting the government. He has been in the forefront. But when he is mentioned, in order to exonerate him, Mr. Speaker, I will leave it to your own chair, so that at the end of the day, people will not see a tilted truth presented. Because if you send the same people, nobody will actually listen, no matter how true that is. As long as it's mentioned, they will say still the truth is not out the way it ought to be. So in this context, we need a neutral body, maybe the general oversight or another viable committee which can handle this, who have full experience of handling this. Because every member here can be able to do an investigative activities. Point number 3. Mr. Speaker, there comes a time whereby we have to stop chasing cleaning the cobwebs and deal with the spider. We know there is a lot of politics around this. There are people who have picked this and they want to taint our governor because they have other interests. This is not only the time we are seeing mangoes rotting. 2020, and I can quote candidly, we had a lot of clips around whereby mangoes also rot. When you look at the supplies from 2017 to 2018, we have not been consistent, but we have never seen the kind of activities and the reactions taking place the way it is happening now. Where is the drive? What is the drive? What is the motive? Because at this time, we are now seeing politics taking under particular shape where people are given money, including, and I don't want to say this, into quotes, leaders being also supplied money so that they can take the government. We must be very strong in saying, let us separate government work with politics, because it's not time of politics. When the time of politics comes, we shall do the politics. I will not fear to do the politics. Because what is aiming this is actually to tame the government. Finally, Mr. Speaker, when you look at the budgets which are given to this particular plant, surely 13 million against a production of 189,000 metric tons is like a drop in the ocean. But there's one thing I've not been able to see since we started operating this particular plant. We have never been told this is the much which was produced from the plant and it has been plowed back this much so that it can ensure the resource of the next season. What we hear is that we are producing puree, it's being consumed, and then we don't see the value for money. I would say there comes a time whereby people must take serious decisions, and especially on this particular one. Because these are gold in Cumberland. This is a plant which can take us to the level of international placement. But unfortunately, I don't want to put into quote counts people who want just to have that power of control. Let us give this plant autonomy so that the CEO will make a decision without being pegged and without being pushed to the corner by other quarters. This way, the operations, the administrative units, the progress will be monitored by this committee. You cannot send a committee to go and monitor the government which it is also serving in. But if there was autonomy, it would be very easy to tell them this is not right, this is not right, this is not right. But as we stand, there's a lot of confusion cutting across. What is my urge, Mr. Speaker? My urge is very simple, because we can talk about this matter up to the last minute of the night. Let, Speaker, you apply your wisdom that we have a general either oversight committee or the committee on PIC or the committee on PAC or the way you want it to be done, so that at the end of the day, the truth may come out and every stone may be left, and no stone should be left unturned. My final shot is this. It agonizes us when we start now behaving like social brokers. Hello? Mr. Speaker, sir. When we are actually in this particular scenario, and this happened, we did not expect the whistleblowing to come from the highest authority of this house. There should have been consultations. There should have been a assignment of duties before we block the issue in our social platforms. Honestly, let's not mix the politics of what we want in future with what we are doing now. Let us give way for what we are doing now and wait for that future to come, and we shall do politics. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mover of, what is it, member from Mulale Male? You had requested earlier, yes. Mover of the motion.
Mr. Speaker, it's good that I've heard all the members, I've heard their sentiments, but it would be fair to say that we were only given half a day and we had a TOR. Mr. Speaker, a TOR is always and ever developed by the clerk to the committee. We do not develop the TOR as members. We're just given a TOR and then we move on. Mr. Speaker, it is also very malicious.
Order, member. Order.
Mr. Speaker.
Order. Mover of the motion.
Mr. Speaker.
Mover of the motion. A TOR. Order. TORs of a committee are adopted by the committee.
Yes.
It is the committee that requires the clerk to formulate, but they are adopted by the committee.
Yes.
And they are TORs of the committee, not the clerk.
I say that, Mr. Speaker, I think.
So everything is a committee and committee has its clerk.
Correct,
And therefore,
Mr. Speaker, I agree.
the committee takes responsibility.
I agree, totally. Mr. Speaker, it is not also fair for members from Mombasa Road to say that I say the gross Boabab, that is a number. I talked particularly about Malile, not anybody else. I told him off because he called me a mango cartel. I told him he's a number cartel. So I think you should get the clip and actually get it clear that I did not talk about Mombasa Road. If anything, I come from Mombasa Road. Mr. Speaker, and that is also the same member who was saying that 500 drums at the factory, they are rotting there, which is not true, Mr. Speaker. So I was agitated, and that's why I made that statement. And I don't want to withdraw it towards Malile. It is for Malile, he will remain with it. Mr. Speaker, Speaker, maybe I need your attention.
I have 2 years.
Mr. Speaker, it is not true that only 3 cooperatives operated within that period. Actually, the TOR said we are looking at only 8th, 9th, and 10th, not any other day, Mr. Speaker. And that is why I confined myself within that particular 3 days. So for the other information, for the other remaining in this, Mr. Speaker, that is information that can be gotten. Whether it is going to be given to another committee, either PIC, PAC, or whatever, me, Mr. Speaker, I'm not opposing. Mr. Speaker, the issue of investigating why the exporters did not buy mangoes from us was not part of our TOR, Mr. Speaker. And we were given only half a day. We were with Kimunyi and some other members. Even the Deputy Speaker was there. So we were given half a day, and we did what we could do within that short time, Mr. Speaker. There is something that I've heard from members, that there are some members who bought mangoes at the same time from Ukea, at the same time from Wote, the same period, and there was alteration of forms. Mr. Speaker, I did not get into that, and if that one is there, it is unfortunate. That is why I'm also supporting that we should do further investigations to get into the bottom of this matter. Mr. Speaker, the member for Emali said that we did not present any report for the mega projects within the county. We did a progressive report. It was given to this House, Mr. Speaker, and the records are clear. About looking at the market leakages, Middle East and others, I think I talked about it in the report. It is in my detailed report, and I would wish, Mr. Speaker, as you go ahead and do what you are going to do, let us get the report so that we interrogate the report as we move to get more information, Mr. Speaker, because I think it's very thorough and very clear. Even in that report, Mr. Speaker, I talked about concentration of buying mangoes from at least, because I have the information, it's good to tell the members. Some of them may not have looked at the third assembly. It is clear that, Mr. Speaker, Calabar fruit farmers bought 116 tons.
Order move of the motion. Honorable members, there's a motion, next motion, to alter the calendar, not to see tomorrow, to resume on Monday. So quorum is very critical. The motion will not take long.
Thank you. I'm winding up, Mr. Speaker. So Kalamba fruit farmers bought 116 tons, Kika farmers 117 tons, Makueni fruit, the one which is supposed to buy from Water and other areas, bought 127 tons, Makuo 129 tons, Mulili Chale 130 tons, Ngemlok farmers 120 tons, and Nzakika CDD 120 tons, giving a total of 870,180 to date. So it is not true that there are some cooperatives which are not allowed to buy mangoes. So Speaker, to wind up, autonomy for Kalamba is very key. I think members have talked about it. We have talked about it over and over again in this house. I think that one should be taken into consideration. Ward-based cooperatives have talked about it because, you know, when a SACCO is operating from a certain area, it should be able to buy mangoes from that particular area. Because if you looking at this, it is only, Mr. Speaker, it is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It is only 12 wards which benefited from the mango buying. The others did not. So, Speaker, to be fair, because out of your wisdom or lack of it, Mr. Speaker, you will guide. Because I don't want even to say, yes, Mr. Speaker, I don't want to say I withdraw. Because, Mr. Speaker, I brought the motion, I moved it, it was seconded. So, Mr. Speaker, me, I don't know how to withdraw it. Not unless you tell me how you go about it to withdraw. So, Mr. Speaker, let it go ahead. Use your wisdom to move. Thank you.
Is it Honorable Mutin?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Is the chairperson agriculture in order to say, quote unquote, out of your wisdom or lack of it? Honorable Speaker, that is a bit demeaning to the chair. He needs to withdraw or lack of it. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Order, honorable members. At times, these procedures are very stringent. I've listened to debate. I've listened to all of you from the beginning to the end. But the decision lies with you. Even if you go another step, you will still make the decision. The only good thing to do, having taken this much time, and in view of public interest, is to allow you to make your vote. I'll proceed to put the question. Honorable members, I now put the question that this assembly adopts the report of the Committee on Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries, Cooperative Development on inquiry into the purchase of mangoes by Makueni Fruit Processing Plant in the financial year 2025-2026, laid on the table of the Assembly on 10th of February 2026. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The nays have it. The implication of that is that, honorable members, the report of the committee has been negated. However, listening to the contributions that you've made, the proposals that you're making, and on the formation of the Committee on Agriculture, among many other factors, whether you are interested in the committee or not, that is not important because you've taken a decision as an assembly. In view of this, there is a clarion call that this matter be inquired into and investigated. Honorable Katumo did indicate that the interest is to diagnose and establish the cause. That is what seems to be the interest of majority of the members. Whereas the future programs are important. But we can't hide this matter any longer. We have vetted county executive committee members to be responsible for their respective dockets. Whether semi-autonomous agencies like Makueni Food Development Authority or not, what I'm aware is that all those entities, including chief officers, are answerable to this house, and this house vets and approves nominees who are answerable to the county assembly on matters of oversight. I acknowledge that the Committee on Agriculture received a report, formulated a report, and presented a report based on the documents as presented to them by the Makueni Food Development Authority management. I'm not aware whether the county executive committee member has presented documents on accountability as a primary accountable person to this account assembly. I'm also aware that the county executive committee member did not appear before the Committee on Agriculture, either on issues of time or rush, and so is the acting chief executive officer and the one who has been suspended. Therefore, to inquire and unearth basics and the mechanics of this matter, which is a social discourse, an inquiry has to be instituted, and witnesses must be invited, examined and cross-examined on oath, with documents presented, not just document for purposes of photocopying, but authenticated and honed document by the respective persons who occasioned or caused that document in the county government of Makueni. In the circumstances, honorable members, I am persuaded to refer this matter to the County Public Investments Committee, because Makueni Fruit Development Authority is a public investment, public resources, and therefore the question of investment and profit, losses, and logistics is very important. That notwithstanding, an issue of accountability has been raised. And this is a matter that the Committee on Public Accounts was handling before. Whereas there is a thin line between public investment and Public Accounts Committee, nothing stops the Public Accounts Committee from being part of that committee. So the two watchdog committees are hereby directed to inquire into this matter, examine documents, examine witnesses on oath and cross-examine on all matters related to procurement, acquiring of mangoes, and processing, and any other related subject on Makueni Fruit Development Authority. Take into consideration issues raised by members of public and raised by members of the County Assembly of this floor. And it is also very important to take note of this primary report and the findings of the Committee on Agriculture as presented to this House. Because the fact that the report has been laid, it will form the basis of inquiry. You may not require to request for documents that have been presented, other than to get the document authenticated. And whoever presented a document to the County Assembly, then they must also take ownership and be cross-examined on them, whether they are valid or not valid documents. Therefore, Chairperson Public Investment and Public Accounts Committee, the responsibility is on your shoulders. How much time do you require to inquire into this matter? The urgency of the matter has been determined not by this House, but by farmers and members of public who would wish to deal with this matter. You know, you've been on recess. It may not have been as quick for us to deal with this matter and give directions as we have. Nevertheless, now that you have resumed Chairperson Public Accounts and Investment, we shall not discuss quorum issues. Either you will attend the quorum or the respective chair, you expunge yourself from that committee forthwith. Two, that the priority of the committee business will be to this matter. Any other matter related to the Assembly on legislation and oversight will be secondary. So you prioritize this matter. And any other person required to appear before this committee, they should comply forthwith. So clerk will make a proper communication to the respective executive committee member and the county secretary, copy to the governor for cooperation, so that in the shortest time possible, we will have a report on Monday next week or earlier, so that it is considered, debated, and voted by members in the manner in which reports should be. Park and pick, you've been trained on several times on matters of inquiry, a detailed inquiry. You know what you're supposed to do. In the interim, can we see your prowess and ability as it has been requested, so so that then you can put this matter to rest in the interest of the members of public. Honorable members, those are my directions this afternoon, and we hope that the risk oversight committees will be able to execute. Chairperson of the Committee on Agriculture, you may be required for information, your secretariat to supply either narrative, oral information, or document from your secretariat. Please facilitate any information that we have to the committee so that they may execute that matter within the less than 7 days that we have given. Thank you, honorable members. So directed. Next order.
Order number 9, approval of the proposed Makueni County Assembly calendar for the 50th session of the Third Assembly, regular sessions 2026.
Clerk. Mover of the motion.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, thank you for the Solomonic ruling on the just passed motion. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move the following motion that pursuant to the provisions of the Makueni County Assembly Standing Orders 30-31-33, this Assembly approves the proposed Makueni County Assembly calendar for the 5th session of the Third Assembly, regular sessions 2026, as appended to the order paper. Honorable Speaker, formulation of the third calendar has been guided by Standing Order 31, which provides, I think members can read that. So this fifth session assembly calendar is divided in three parts, and it will run from 9th February, which was yesterday, to 2nd December 2026. This is in line with the provisions of Standing Order 31, which stipulate that, I think members can read that. So part 1 of the assembly calendar will run from Monday 9th February 2026 to Friday 5th June 2026. During this period, the assembly is expected to have a total of 40 sittings and a total of 39 recess days as follows: 20 sittings from Monday 9th February to Wednesday 11th March 2026, 17 short recess days from Thursday 12th March to Friday 3rd April 2026, 20 sittings from Monday 6th April to Wednesday 6th May 2026, and 22 long recess days, Thursday 7th May to Friday 5th June 2026. During this period, the Assembly shall consider and approve business from different committees of the County Assembly. During the period, the Assembly is also expected to commence the consideration of the financial year 2026-2027 County Government of Makueni budget estimates, which the ECM Finance and Socio-Economic Planning is expected to submit to the County Assembly on or before 30th April 2026, as per the requirements of Section 129(2) of the Public Finance Management Act, PFM 2012. Honorable Speaker, the initial process of the consideration of the 2026-2027 County Government of Makueni budget estimates shall entail sectorial committees to scrutinize the financial year 2026-27 departmental budgets and submit their reports on the County Assembly Budget and Appropriation Committee, subjecting the submitted financial year 2026-2027 budget estimates to public participation. Part 2 of this calendar, Honorable Speaker, will run from Monday 8th June 2026 to Friday 25th September 2026. During this period, the Assembly is expected to have a total sitting of 40 sittings and a total of 34 recess days as follows: 20 sittings Monday 8th June to Wednesday 8th July 2026, 12 short recess days Thursday 9th July to Friday 24th July 2026, 20 sittings Monday 27th July Monday 27th July to Wednesday 26th August 2026, and then 22 long recess days from Thursday 27th August to Friday 25th September 2026.
In this part of the Assembly calendar, the Assembly will approve all pending business before various committees of the County Assembly so that all the pending business can be concluded and approved before the end of the financial year by 30th June 2026. Honorable Speaker, there shall be ample consultations between the County Assembly and the County Executive regarding the submitted budget 2026-2027 before the Budget and Appropriation Committee finalizes its report. The Assembly shall therefore finalize on the consideration of the financial report 2026-2027 count of Makueni budget estimates submitted by the ECM Finance and approval of the same together with the corresponding appropriation bill or changes of the bill by 30th June 2026 as per the requirements of Section 131(1) of the PFM Act. Honorable Speaker, further, during this period, the Assembly will consider, among other business, the half-yearly progress reports of all committees for the period January to June 2026 as required under Standing Order 203, which states that unless a more regular interval is prescribed under any written law or these standing orders, each select committee shall submit half-yearly progress reports to the County Assembly within 2 months after the end of the 6-month period. The short recess, Honorable Speaker, is also aimed at giving all committees time to formulate their work plans for the financial year 2026-2027. Part 3 of this calendar, Honorable Speaker, will run from Monday 28 September 2026 to Friday 5th February 2027. During this period, the Assembly is expected to have a total of 28 sittings and a total of 64 recess days as follows: 12 sittings, Monday 28 September to Wednesday 14th October 2026, 17 short recess days, Thursday 15th October to Friday 6th November 2026, 16 sittings from Monday 9th November to Wednesday 2nd December 2026, and then 47 long recess days, Thursday 3rd December 2026 to Friday 5th February 2026, and in quotes, that's the period we shall probably enjoy in Mombasa. Thank you. That time of the recess, at the time of the Part 2 of the County Assembly calendar, at the start of Part 2 of the County Assembly calendar, the Assembly is expected to approve the Makueni County Fiscal Bill 2026. The short recess for Part 3 will provide ample time for consultations forums between the County Assembly and the County Executive regarding the Makueni County Annual Development Plan for the financial year 2027-2028. Additionally, the recess will also allow sectorial committees to finalize the scrutiny of their respective sectors in the submitted ADP, subject the ADP to public participation. During the said part of the calendar, the Assembly shall therefore consider and approve, among other businesses, the Makueni County Annual Development Plan for the financial year 2027-2028 and the MTEF budget circular for financial year 2027-2028. The long recess for Part 3 will allow members to retreat to consider pending business before the respective committees, various committees to meet and prepare their half-yearly progress reports for the period July to December 2026, among other activities. The long recess will enable members break from the routine county assembly activities, give them time to be with their families during Christmas and New Year holidays, and to interact with their electorates. Honorable Speaker, as I conclude, it is important for the honorable members to note the following: that all recesses will be working recesses where committees will be retreating to finalize all committee pending businesses as per the schedule, which will be approved by the liaison committee. 2, that weekly committee meetings will still be conducted during recesses, thus ensuring members attend at least 4 committee meetings per week. 3, that in case the Assembly is on recess and there is urgent business necessitating approval, a special sitting will be gazetted in line with the provisions of Standing Order 32 of the Makueni County Assembly Standing Orders. And 4, that if the assembly is in session and there is an activity demanding all members' attendance, the leader of the majority will be moving a motion for alteration of the calendar for the assembly to adjourn and allow members to attend the activity. And 5, and the last one, that the county assembly calendar for the 5th session has taken into consideration the budget cycle in order to ensure that all budget and planning documents are approved within the stipulated timelines. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I now call Honorable Francis Munyao to second the motion.
Honorable members, I now propose that pursuant to the provisions of Makueni County Assembly Standing Orders 30, 31, and 33, this Assembly approves the proposed Makueni County Assembly calendar for the 5th session of the 3rd Assembly Regulations 2026 and appended to the order paper. I allow for debate. Thank you. Mover.
I urge you, Honorable Speaker, to put the question.
Thank you, honorable members. Honorable members, I now put the question that pursuant to provisions of Makueni County Assembly Standing Orders 30, 31, and 33, this Assembly approves the proposed Makueni County Assembly calendar for the 5th session of the 3rd Assembly Regulation Sessions 2026 and appended to the order paper. Many of that contrary opinion say aye. As many of that opinion say aye. As many of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Thank you. Next order.
Order number 19, procedural motion, alteration of the Assembly calendar 2026.
Majority.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move the following procedural motion. That pursuant to Standing Order 31-4, this Assembly resolves to alter its calendar for regular sessions 2026 to adjourn today, Tuesday, 10th February 2026, and resume its sitting on Monday, 16th February 2026. Honorable Speaker, this is informed by the fact that, which most members know, that we need to do some public participations, and we know the schedules, how they are running. So I beg honorable members to pass this motion without much debate. I now call upon Honorable Janet Kitunga to second the motion.
Honorable members, I now propose the question that pursuant to Standing Orders number 31-4, this Assembly resolved to alter this calendar for regular sessions 2026 to adjourn today, Tuesday, 10th February 2026, and resume its sitting on Monday, 16th February 2026. I allow for debate. Member for Mheshimiwa Mutindi.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I rise to support the adjournment and wish to take this early opportunity to wish everybody a happy and lovely Valentine's on Friday. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Mover.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I thank the members because I can read the mood, and I also take this opportunity to take 60% of the wishes from Honorable Mutindi.
Thank you, honorable members. Honorable members, I put the question that pursuant to standing orders number 31-4, this assembly resolves to alter its calendar for regular sessions 2026 to adjourn today, Tuesday, 10th February 2026, and resume its sittings on Monday, 16th February 2026. As many of that opinions say aye, as many of the contrary opinions say nay, the ayes have it. Honorable members, time now being 19:21 hours, this assembly stands adjourned until Monday, 16th February 2026 at 2:30 p.m. Thank you.
New Garnier Even and Bright Vitamin C Plus Booster Serum, combining vitamin C with niacinamide and salicylic acid to create vitamin C Plus. 100 times stronger than classical vitamin C, minus 66% dark marks, even brighter skin from day 6. New Even and Bright Vitamin C Plus Booster Serum by Garnier.
Actually, Chair, when I was looking online just to refresh myself, the internet gave me kind of suggest a little bit whether it's Makueni, kind of internet knowledge.